It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Tell them sit down. Be humble.
Everyone is in their seats here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. They've got Nowitzki. Ben Simmons is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. And it's the Nuggets ball.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And Rubio kicks to Vucevic. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Gasol.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description. And always feels good to get on the board first.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting contest. If you look at the competitive matchups out there tonight, we're in store for a good one.
Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Mike Malone. David?
Well, Kevin, he talked about the importance of how tight-knit this group is. He said it's really starting to get to where they can read each other's minds out there. One guy can see another cutting without even looking up. It's a lot of fun to watch. They're hoping they can keep that fun up tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. So the priority is on solid, fundamental basketball, finding good shots.
And we know they have the tendency to shoot the lights out when things are clicking for them. We'll see if this is one of those nights.
Well, if it is one of those nights, I'd look out. There is not much an opposing defense can do when they get multiple players hot at the same time. He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pick by Vucevic. Back to Rubio. 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And another miss by Denver.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it. Take a look at Mike Malone as he made the switch from the Sacramento Kings and made his way to the Rocky Mountain, and he's got these fans on a high. He wants a lot from his players. He's got a lot of youth on this roster and is treating each one of them fairly until one steps out as a superstar for the Nuggets.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Vucevic missing.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
The drive by Rubio. Banked in off the glass. With this young roster that Malone is charged with, he has made some adjustments and rewarded players for stepping up to the task.
I think that's what you need to do with a young roster, but also Mike Malone, Kevin, I think is learning a bit more about how he wants to coach. He's learning a bit about these young players himself, so they have a nice bit of symmetry that's building around this basketball team that could produce a lot of successful seasons under his tenure.
Passes to Hollis Jefferson, and there's the feed to Rubio. Deep. Denver the rebound. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's guarded by Williams. Love kicks to Rubio. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
He has a little bit of of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lip.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Here's Williams after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. 7 points for Lou Williams.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Rubio, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Love, and that's not going to go. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The away team, they lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. The Nuggets trail by 3. Brent, the Nuggets team, a very good group when it comes to rebounding.
Well, they don't have a team that's really much bigger than the opponents that they play with, but they stay very active, and they don't seem to give up on a lot of plays. Actually, last season, they got about 30% of all their missed shots back, so their damage was done on the offensive end. Defensively, you'll want to get a stop by ending it with a rebound. That's where their focus needs to be this year.
They've got Vucevic. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Hayward in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Rubio kicks to Hayward. Rubio against Simmons. Hollis Jefferson passes to Vucevic. 4 on the shot clock. Over to Saul. And it's Vucevic missing. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And Bazemore kicks to Williams. Simmons against Rubio. Simmons dishes to Gasol. Nowitzki left side. His first shot coming late. No good on the shot. And the Nuggets going the other way. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Pass to Love. Simmons against Rubio. Vucevic setting the pick for Rubio. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Rubio's got 6 points. You've certainly been in the public eye for a while as a player, as a broadcaster, an actor in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else?
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here, Brent. Is there anything else on camera that you'd really like to do?
Oh, I was in a Coolio video. I don't know if you knew that, Kevin. Coolio made a music video, and I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Malik Sealy, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
How about that? How fun. Hayward. Bazemore grabs the miss.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
There's the pass to Gasol. Back to Bazemore. He kicks it to Simmons. Good-looking screen by Gasol. From 7, Williams with a clean look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 10 points for Williams.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
And Rubio kicks to Love. With some arc, rejected by Nowitzki. Outside Williams. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. He feeds it to Simmons. Stolen by Rubio. There's Hollis Jefferson. Gasol with the rebound. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Takes the 13-footer. Outside for Simmons. Outside Williams. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports
Welcome
Halftime
back, folks.
Show.
Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what's your take?
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And we're just about ready for the start of the
The Denver skyline looking absolutely gorgeous tonight as we return to the Mile High City. The Nuggets trail by 3. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Pau Gasol is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Williams. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
For the game at 42%. Here's Williams. Williams, a screen on Vucevic. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Gasol.
That's what you're going to get with Pau Gasol, a tremendous passer who's got his eyes up at all times.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Hayward. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. Williams up on top. He's got 10. Out of hand on it. Here's Hollis Jefferson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Gasol setting the pick for Williams. And it's Williams again missing.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Rubio, the pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
That took a lot of energy just trying to even things up. We'll see if they have enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Williams attacking. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Williams has got 12 in the game.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, most analytics will tell you that the mid-range jumper is not an efficient shot, but you see how effective with guys like that it can be.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Shoots from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Vucevic dishes to Rubio. Love with the screen on Simmons. And the basket by Rubio. 8 points for him.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
There's the pick. Gasol screen. Dishes it to Bazemore. Kicks it to Gasol. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rubio against Simmons. And Rubio kicks to Love. And stolen by Nowitzki. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From about 19 feet, Rubio with the rebound.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Hayward against Williams. There's the dish to Bazemore. Here's Simmons. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. It's all tied in Denver. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Stop and run. Stop.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Being in this game, 45%. Ricky Rubio is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hayward, and it's Vucevic, and it's Love in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Outside, Simmons. 5 to shoot. This all setting the pick for Williams. The 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Rubio against Simmons. Floats one, and he sinks the layup. That's 10 points for Ricky Rubio.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Nowitzki a screen. Williams passes to Nowitzki. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
It's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Rubio dishes to Vucevic. Love at the elbow. Picked by Vucevic. A shot by Hayward. Wide open. And again, Denver with the triple.
I admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
Simmons with it. They set the pick. Gasol a screen. Williams for 3. Rubio with the rebound. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And Vucevic kicks to Rubio. Denver passing it around. Hayward outside to take the lead. Here's Vucevic. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
Here's Simmons. Second chance effort, and the shot goes down.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moment.
They set the pick. Rubio with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Picked by Vucevic. 3-pointer. Hayward. Hayward missing again. Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Bazemore misses. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. It's deflected. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Vucevic. Over Gasol. And it's Vucevic missing. Gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Bazemore. Feeds to Simmons. Over Rubio. And And that one comes up a bit short. On offense, here are the Nuggets.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ricky Rubio.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting a basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Dave Yeager went over with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but they also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
Nowitzki, the pass to Bazemore. Over Hayward. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to get a 3. That's the only thing that's going to do it.
And Simmons kicks to Gasol. A 3. Bullseye! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Yeah, Kent Bazemore stepping up huge, staying calm, and drilling a huge shot.
Denver calls timeout. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back right after this.
More overtime? What is this?
Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Tip-off goes to Denver. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Taking a look at the Nuggets. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Kevin Love out there with Hayward. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Offensive rebound. A beautiful reverse layup. Vucevic has got the first points here in the overtime period for Denver. And Simmons kicks it to Bazemore. Nowitzki with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Good looking screen by Gasol. Simmons dishes to Gasol. And Gasol with the dunk.
And Gasol is someone you turn to in these situations. Need a big basket? He's ready to go.
Rubio against Simmons. Picked by Vucevic. Hayward from outside. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. They now take the lead.
And you can see Bazemore is shooting the ball with confidence out there. He wants to be the man in those kind of situations.
And here's Rubio. Picked by Vucevic. There's the pick. Here's Hayward. Hayward missing again. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Williams passes to Bazemore. The feed now to Simmons. Over Rubio. Buries buries it.
And when the game is tight, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 4. 26 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. And here's Love for 3. It's hauled in by Nowitzki.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to. Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need him.
And he is unable to get the second one. Denver calls timeout. They trail by 5. 19 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds, maybe the first person who touches the ball.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Out to Hayward. High post Vucevic. Will it go? Places one from 3.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
I have a feeling they're going to get playoffs still. They're going to find a way.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for
45 from Hayward, 39 from Vucevic with 24 boards, Rubio with 39 and 9, Hollis Jefferson with 3 points and 9 boards, and Kevin Love with the classic Kevin Love. 48 from Lou, 24 from Simmons, 21 from Bazemore, 18 and 24 from Gasol, and Nowitzki with a quiet 12 and 18. Paint wars. Gotta love them. You need them. You want them.
준비한 대꾸면 나 죽는 소리 해 But I'm ready to die for this king